Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome to all of you to this doctoral graduation ceremony of Stellenbosch University. This is not the start of the ceremony, it's just some housekeeping rules that we want to inform you about. Molweni wamkilikile. Goeiemiddag, dames en here, en baie hartlik welkom aan almal van u by hierdie doktorale gradeplegtigheid van die Universiteit Stellenbosch. Vanweë die nasionale COVID-19 regulasies en die universiteit se gesondheids- en veiligheidsprotokolle sal hierdie geleentheid bietjie anders daar uitsien as gewoonlik. Due to COVID-19 regulations and our own protocols, this event by necessity has to be somewhat different from our regular ceremonies. Therefore, please take note of the following. All graduates and guests have been assigned unique seat numbers. Please do not change seats, as the seating record will be used in case contact tracing becomes necessary. Only the essential staff members required to constitute the ceremony will be present at this event. Thank you for understanding that we had to limit the number of guests you could invite. Dankie dat u verstaan dat ons 'n beperkte getal gaste aan u toegeken het. Rest assured that this hall is thoroughly cleaned before and after each ceremony. The wearing of masks is mandatory for both graduates and guests for the full duration of the ceremony, including when graduates cross the stage. Please maintain a safe distance of at least 1.5 meters from others at all times. No food may be brought into or consumed in this hall. Only water is permitted inside the venue. Now to the ceremony itself. We will not be singing the national anthem, but instead listen to an instrumental rendition of it directly after the procession has entered the hall. When we get to the awarding of degrees, graduates will be called up to cross the stage, but in order to comply with COVID-19 regulations, there will be no handshaking by the presiding officer or hooting by the registrar, Dr. Ronel Retief. Instead, please walk up to the presiding officer, exchange nods, and then turn around for photographs and acknowledgement by the audience. Members of the audience are also welcome to take photographs, but please switch off the sound and flash first. In fact, please keep your cell phone on silent for the duration of the ceremony. At the conclusion of the ceremony, once the procession has left, we respectfully request that you exit the hall and the building swiftly so that cleaning and preparation for the next ceremony may commence as soon as possible. Kindly ensure that you take along any waste items, such as water bottles, tissues, etc., when you exit the venue, and dispose of these safely in bins outside. Please do not congregate in the foyer for your own photos and selfies. You can exit the building and capture the moment outside with a beautiful Victoria Street as your backdrop. Or, if you wish, the official photographers have set up a designated area. Graduates and their families and friends are welcome to make use of this service. Also, look out for the Marty Shop mobile unit for purchasing Stellenbosch University branded items to remind you of the successful academic journey we are celebrating with you today. Baie dankie vir u geduld met die talle aanwysings, dames en here. Dit is egter in ons almal se belang. Ladies and gentlemen, in this time of COVID-19, we have hybrid graduation ceremonies. This is one of 11 small physical ceremonies for our doctoral graduates. All other degrees are being conferred during online faculty-based ceremonies that have been pre-recorded and scheduled for release on YouTube. Please check the university's homepage for information about when these go live. A piece of good news: this graduation ceremony can be followed via live streaming from anywhere in the world. In case you were not aware of this, you are welcome to share the following web address with family and friends: www.sun.ac.za/streaming. Please note that load shedding may interrupt internet connectivity and therefore also live streaming, but you will still be able to access a recording of the event as of tomorrow on YouTube via our streaming page. Load shedding will, however, not end this ceremony itself. We have a generator on standby. If a power outage should occur, please remain seated while we switch over to the emergency power. You are welcome to share your graduation experiences on social media, and the hashtag to use is #SUGRAD, G-R-A-D. Just remember to put your phone on silent, please. Dames en here, ons is bykans gereed om met die plegtigheid te begin. Ons vra dat u sal opstaan vir die akademiese prosesie en sal bly staan tot nadat ons na die nasionale lied geluister het. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the academic procession and remain standing until after we have listened to the national anthem. Thank you. Baie dankie, Nkosi Kakhulu.
Good afternoon. Goeiemôre. We will begin the proceedings by listening to an instrumental version of the South African National Anthem. Dames en here, ons begin die verrigtinge deur na instrumentale weergawe van die Suid-Afrikaanse nasionale lied te luister. Dankie. U mag maar iets sitplekke inneem. Please be seated. Hiermee verklaar ek hierdie kongregasie van die Universiteit Stellenbosch behoorlik geconstitueer. I hereby declare this congregation of Stellenbosch University duly constituted. Ladies and gentlemen, at the beginning of this graduation ceremony, a joyous occasion, we as an academic community, parents, partners, family, and friends, are deeply grateful for the privilege to be here today to celebrate our graduates' success. But we also think of members of our broad university community who have passed away or who have lost loved ones this year during these most challenging times. And to this end, I invite you all to remain seated while we observe a devotional moment, granting each other the space to do so according to our various secular and religious perspectives. Ek nooi u uit om net so 'n oomblik te bly sit terwyl ons vir 'n gewyde stil word, elkeen in ons eie ruimte van verskillende sekulêre en godsdienstige lewensbeskouings. Baie dankie. Thank you. Goeiemiddag dames en here. Hartlik welkom by hierdie 8ste van 11 fisiese gradeplechtighede wat hierdie week op ons Stellenbosch campus plaasvind. So a very warm welcome to you all to this is the 8th of 11 physical graduation ceremonies scheduled for this week on our Stellenbosch campus. We also have some online guests present who have joined the proceedings via live streaming. And we will now listen to Professor Mwandit Lali from our Department of African Languages, who has recorded a few words of welcome in isiXhosa.
Molweni manene na manenekazi. Siyanamkela kumsitho wothusuzidanga kule veki. Siyathemba ukuba olu suku luza kuba neenkumbulo ezinhle kwabo baza kube bethweswa izidanga kwiintsapho zabo kunye nezihlobo ngokubanzi. Manene namanenekazi, sizama ngako konke isinako ukubiza amagama abantu ngendlela efanelekileyo. Ndiqinisekile uDean nesekela lakhe bebezama ngako konke okusemandleni ukuziqhelanisa noku, kodwa okuyinyani sinabo baza kube bethweswa izidanga, abasebenzi kunye neendwendwe ezivela kwindawo ngendawo ezahlukeneyo, ezinelwimi ezahlukeneyo, nezo zivela ngaphaya kwemida yaseMzantsi Afrika. Yiyo loo nto sicela ukuba nibe nenyameko kuba singakufumanisa kungumcelimngeni ukubiza amanye amagama kunye neefani. Enkosi.
Thank you, Professor Trali. So before we get on with the main business of this ceremony, just a few short remarks from my side. So we have now been awarding PhDs for the past 3 days already. Of course, these are smaller versions of our larger graduation ceremonies because of COVID, but we felt it was really important to go ahead with these face-to-face ceremonies for our PhD students and graduates who really have achieved the pinnacle of academic success here at the university, and we really wanted to acknowledge your excellence and your contribution and all the hard work that you've done. So that's why we've decided to go on with this and to proceed with this and also to celebrate your families and your supporters and the offspring as well who have contributed to your success. So we really share your joy. This is a big thing. This is quite a moment. You're wearing this red toga. I mean, that's a powerful statement and a great achievement. But these past 3 days and also reading through your research, the titles and the summaries of your research dissertations, I'm so impressed by the research being done across all fields at Stellenbosch University. It's truly astounding. And I am especially proud, maybe I don't say that enough to vicars, but I'm very proud of the way in which the Faculty of Engineering have navigated this pandemic. It's not been easy. It has not been easy. It's been challenging, lots of difficulties. These past 20 months have been tough. We thought it was going to be a sprint. It's certainly not a sprint. It's not even a marathon. It's an ultra marathon. And you've succeeded. It's a testament to your endurance. So I am speaking to engineers after all, so let me throw in some stats. That's what you enjoy. And these are some record-breaking figures at our university. So at the first ceremony this morning, it was mentioned the Faculty of Engineering delivered this year no fewer than 500 undergraduate qualifications. 500 undergraduate qualifications. But also 77 master's degrees, an increase of 43% over last year. And the faculty delivered 26 doctoral degrees. This is the most ever, as I understand. So, congratulations and a big thank you to all of your staff and the faculty, and to all of you for your hard work and the dedication in making this happen. And I also need to congratulate Professor van Niekerk with his reappointment for a second 5-year term as Dean, starting July the 2022, and this was announced in a communication from Council last week. Clearly well deserved, and we're looking forward to more successes because we're counting on you. I remember from my times in the States, I had a boss when I would come to him and I would very proudly announce the achievements of my division for the year. He'd say, yes, that's what you've done for me today. What about tomorrow? So I expect a lot more tomorrow, next year, Vickers. But well done to you all for getting your doctorate today. I am so impressed by the knowledge generation that you've been part of and the skills that you've gained during this process. And this, of course, means that you will be able to influence society for the better. And I think that is the most wonderful accolade that you can achieve here. Being in this red gown, getting this what is this thing? I'll ask the registrar here for being hooded like that and for being able to contribute to society. So, congratulations. Over to you, Dean. And that's also by the powers vested in me. I have to say this, otherwise it doesn't count. I will now confer on the candidates who have presented to me their respective doctoral degrees, but I'm only going to do this in a moment. Sorry, Dean. Because I have to single out some very important role players, the supervisors. And they would normally have read out a brief summary at this time, but I really want to give a shout out to them. I also want to ask them to stand up and wave to the cameras, and we're going to give them a round of applause. Now over to the Dean.
Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to acknowledge the following candidates who completed and graduated in March 2021 with a doctoral qualification. These candidates will cross the stage for ceremonial purposes only. Dr. Singh Chow with dissertation Digital Construction with Lightweight Foamed Concrete containing nanomaterial, supervised by Professor Gideon van Zyl, as well as co-supervised by Dr. Tata van Rooyen. Dr. Bongo Mountbatten Majeke with dissertation Technical and Economic Aspects of Conferral and Ethanol Co-Production from Sugarcane Bagasse and Harvest Residues, annexed to a sugar mill, supervised by Professor Johan Gergens, as well as co-supervised by Dr. Luvayo Choda. Meneer die Visiekanselier, ek versoek u om die graad dokter in die wysbegeerte in die fakulteit ingenieurswese aan die kandidaate wat ek aan u voorstel te verleen. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer on the candidates whom I'll present to you the degree Doctor of Philosophy in the Faculty of Engineering. Otuma Robert Ambunda with dissertation Developing Road Crash Prediction Models to investigate the combination of the effects of roadway conditions on national rural road crashes, supervised by Professor Marion Sinclair. Pierre Sillier with dissertation Spatio-Temporal Framework for Modeling Informal Settlement Growth, supervised by Professor Jan van Vieren. Richmore Aaron Dondufema with dissertation Congruence Analysis of Innovation Platforms from Innovation Ecosystem and Value Chain Perspective, supervised by Professor Sarah Grobbelaar. Congratulations. Natalia Valentina Flores Quiros with dissertation Fire Investigation for Informal Settlements, supervised by Professor Richard Walls. Congratulations. Elaine Simon Goosen with dissertation Modeling of Surfacing Seal Binder Aging and Rheology, supervised by Professor Kim Jenkins, and she's also a valued colleague. Nicola Hanekom with dissertation Selecting Incentive Interventions to Encourage Pharmaceutical Research and Development for Neglected Diseases, a Decision Support Framework, supervised by Dr. Luzaan Bam. Eigenlijk. Zane Paul Simpson with dissertation Disaggregate National Freight Demand Modeling in Emerging Economies, supervised by Professor Jan Havenga. Kit Daniel Searle with dissertation Mathematical Model for the Sustainable Harvesting of a Biological Species on the Boundary of a Protected Zone, supervised by Professor Jan van Vieren. Marchant van den Heever with dissertation Experimental and Computational Mechanics for the Constitutive Modeling of Extrusion-Based 3D Concrete Printing, supervised by Professor Gideon van Zyl and co-supervised by Dr. Jacques Creer. Pilani Nduma Zinkume with dissertation Frontline Supervisor Effectiveness Model for Engineering Team-Based Organization, supervised by Dr. Wayan Jooste, and he is also a valued colleague in our faculty. Meneer die vice-kanselier, ek versoek u om aan die kandidate wie se name ook aan die voorgelê is, maar wat nie hier teenwoordig is nie, die onderskeie grade in hulle afwesigheid te verleen. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degrees on those candidates whose name have been presented to you, but who could not attend in their absence.
Ek verleen die onderskeie grade aan die kandidate in hulle afwesigheid. I hereby confer the respective degrees on the candidates in their absence.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, an outstanding feature of institutions that focus on excellent performance is that excellent achievers recognize is given acknowledgement in different ways and different levels. In the context of Stellenbosch University, the recognition includes the Chancellor's Award, which focus on sustained excellence in research and/or learning and teaching, or in community engagement, and in administration or management. In my responsibility center, which is Strategy, Global and Corporate Affairs, the Chancellor's Award for 2021 is awarded to Professor Ian Kloete. I have the pleasure in presenting the following motivation in respect of the recipient. In sy loopbaan van meer as 30 jaar het Professor Kloete hom onderskei as 'n toonaangewende akademikus in ingenieurswese en veral op die gebied van masjienleer en as 'n visionêre leier in hoër onderwysbestuur op internasionale vlak. Hy het ook as rektor gedien van 'n universiteit in Duitsland vir meer as 'n dekade. Sedert 2014 staan hy egter hier by Universiteit Stellenbosch aan die hoof van inligtingsoorsigbestuur as die senior direkteur en is aan die stuur van innoverende projekte wat nie net met inligtingsoorsigbestuur se uitvoer te doen het nie, maar in meeste gevalle ten bate van die hele universiteit. Prof. Kloote's career attests to professionalism, diligence, expertise, and a commitment to the well-being and advancement of Stellenbosch University. He is a respected manager, a colleague who has led and contributed immensely to policy development, data analysis, and strategic planning here at the university. Meneer die vice-kanselier, ek versoek om die kanselierstoekenning aan vir uitnemendheid aan Professor Ian Kloete te oorhandig.
So dames en here, ons het nou die toekenning van die grade afgehandel. Short and sweet, but momentous. En namens die Universiteit Stellenbosch wil ek almal van u wat vandag hier 'n kwalifikasie verwerf het, hartlik gelukwens met die bereiking van hierdie besondere mylpaal. En ek wil ook vir professor Kloete baie gelukwens met die verwerwing van die kanselierstoekenning vir uitnemendheid. Congratulations to all our new graduates. Not only have you now attained a doctorate from Stellenbosch University, you're also automatically an alumnus, and you're also automatically a member of the convocation. So we heard that there's some colleagues in the Faculty of Engineering who attained their degree, their doctoral degree. So, but we want all of you to stay connected to your alma mater. We would be very proud of you. We would love you to come back to Stellenbosch and also to add to the academic journey of our younger undergraduates and also postgraduates in paying forward some time and also the great talents that you have and that you've shown the ability to do so. So in that regard, please ensure that we're aware of your contact details. Get involved in our own LinkedIn, martiesconnect.com, that can help you to do that. But I'm very sincere when I say that I wish you all the best for the future. You've done well. This is a great day for you. Fantastic day. It's a great day for the university as well to be able to bestow this honor on you. In closing, I want to say one thing more that I think you can also attest to, and that is that we want to pay tribute to the parents, to the spouses, the families, the offspring with this wonderful achievement. And this went with a lot of sacrifice also from them. Many years of sacrifice, many years of, it's not an easy thing to do a PhD. Sometimes, it's, daar kom 'n bietjie trane ook daarmee saam, né? And you don't always love your supervisor. All right? But that's what they have to do. It's not something that we just hand out. This is, as I said, it's the pinnacle of academic achievement. So I think it'll be very appropriate for you, for the graduates, to stand up and to turn around, to acknowledge your supervisors and your supporters. Thank you. So ons het nou die einde van die verrigtinge bereik en ek verklaar hierdie kongregasie van die Universiteit Stellenbosch as beëindig. Ek versoek u om op te staan en te bly staan totdat die akademiese prosesie die saal verlaat het. We have now come to the end of the proceedings, and by the power vested in me by the statute, I love that phrase, declare this meeting of the congregation of Stellenbosch University closed. Would you please rise and remain standing while the academic procession leaves the hall?